So there is actually a disappointment going throughout the church worldwide, and we see there is a persecution going on the church worldwide as well. And then I would say that there is a persecution going on the souls of people living as Catholics or Christians worldwide. Now let's divide the world into West and East. West being the uh, Americas, North and South America and Europe, and East being Asia and Africa. And West would also comprise of Australia. So Asia, Africa, and then the entire Europe would be West. Asia, Africa would be East, and entire Europe and Americas and Australia would be West. If we look at the culture in the West, it's clearly anti-Catholic, anti-Christian, because this culture has been progressively becoming, and has already become, in my opinion, a non-Catholic, a non-Christian culture, which means that nudity is accepted, pornography is accepted, prostitution is accepted, abortion is legal, abortion is accepted, LGBTQ culture is accepted, transgenderism is accepted. What else do you want to be anti-Catholic? Secularism, people being secularist in the sense people being anti-theist. So there are people who would come to the church and be naked. I heard about this group called Femen or Femen. I don't know how to pronounce this word, but these are a group of women who want to remove patriarchy from the world, and because of that they just they come to any public place wearing nothing, topless, nude, and they protest. And these I don't know when it was, a year before or 2 year before or something like that, they went to a church. This woman went to the St. Peter's Basilica for taking the taking the statue of infant Jesus, the baby Jesus, from St. Peter's Basilica. This went to this church in Germany, and she stood in the front of the altar. There are churches desecrated in France by these feminist groups and radical secularist groups. There are these satanic statues kept in statues of Satan kept in America, and so on. So you clearly see that there is an anti-Christian culture. There is an anti-Christian culture, definitely. Now, when we look at the East, things are a bit different. There is persecution for faith, no doubt about it. There is no open area for evangelization. You would be persecuted for your evangelization. The traditional churches, I should say, including the Roman Catholic Church, has kind of stopped evangelization to the non-Catholics because of the fear of their lives. It's shameful for this church. However, it's we also need to understand that it's a difficult circumstance, so we need to move it slowly but steadily. But the thing is this: in the East, you don't have a anti-soul culture, and by that I mean that even though the majority religion is different, there is no public acceptance of nudity, there is no public acceptance of homosexuality, There is no public or homosexual act, so to speak. There is no public acceptance of you know there is no public acceptance of pornography. There is no public acceptance of prostitution, and so on. So your soul is safe in the East most of the time, because the culture around you won't tempt your body. Especially, I'm talking about the sins related to the to the you know to the body. And therefore, I would say this, that one side you have disappointment from the places which were not part of Christendom, as there are no places for evangelization in these countries. And at the same time, there is disappointment which were in places which were a part of Christendom, and now Christendom is not anymore, and there is anti-Christendom in all these Western countries. So clearly, the church is going to face a lot many struggles in the coming future. In the coming future, and it's everyone's responsibility as Catholics to face this persecution, which will be coming, persecution of soul and persecution of body. Again, I am telling to the people in the West that the people in the East are having more persecution of body than the persecution of soul. But people in the West, you are having less persecution of body, but you are having a lot much more persecution of soul in the place where you are living.